Hello, my beautiful friends. Well, as life would have it, I am once again recording a podcast from the Starbucks parking lot. This is the same thing I did last week. It just seems like this is how my life is playing out right now. So I'm sorry that I haven't been able to go live on Facebook and Instagram for those of you who have been enjoying that to record these. Hopefully, as spring kind of gets a little bit further along, I'll be able to do that more. Next week is spring break for my kiddos, so we'll see how that goes as far as how I'll record the podcast, but I definitely did not want to miss out on having a little coffee with Gabi time today, so I hope you're able to grab your favorite beverage, and wherever you are in the country, if it's warm, I hope you're enjoying the sunshine. If it's cold, grab your blanket and snuggle up and let's chat for a few minutes. I wanted to chat with you today about coaching. I know that it seems that coaching is just everywhere, that your best friend and their mama are all becoming coaches. And I know we can become a bit jaded about stuff like this, but I just wanted to share my personal experience with coaching and why it's been so impactful for my life. And also to let you guys know that I have opened up one-on-one coaching spots personally, and I would love to coach you. So let me share a little bit about my experience with coaching. The first time I ever hired a coach was actually, I want to say it was 4 years ago now. And I hired a coach to help me with my network marketing business. I was doing network marketing for several years and it was great. It was a wonderful experience. But I wasn't really getting the training and support that I needed on my own team. So I hired an amazing coach. You guys have heard her here on the podcast. Her name is Brooke Hemingway. And I joined her specific coaching program, which gave me a lot more tools and a lot more support to be successful in the business. Now, I could have chosen any number of people to help coach me through that process, but one thing I'm going to say to you right now, I feel is so important. And if you're anything like me and you've been raised in some kind of a religious atmosphere and told that you can't trust your gut, I am going to tell you one of the most important healing things that you can do for yourself is learning to trust your gut. So the biggest thing for me, because I did not know Brooke at all at the time, was that I just felt in my gut that she was a good fit for me. I remember specifically, I was at the gym on the treadmill and I was listening to one of her training videos on YouTube, and I was like, oh my gosh, I resonate with her. I vibe with her. I would love to coach with her. So as soon as I left the gym, I went online to see if she was offering anything. And she was actually starting a small group coaching program, I think like the next day or 2 days later. So I signed up like immediately. It was super cool. But like I said, I just trusted my gut and went with it. And I'll tell you right now that was probably the best investment I've ever made, because it started a relationship with Brooke that has lasted to this day, which has opened up so many doors for me. Brooke, if you're listening, just thank you for who you are. It's significantly impacted my life. So that morphed over time into her actually expanding as a coach into other areas. And I just went along for the ride because I was expanding as a person as well. In fact, during some of this time, I couldn't work much at all because of what was going on with my kids, but I just felt like, you know what? I'm going to stay plugged in. I'm going to stay connected. I'm going to keep honing my skills and learning from people who are doing what I want to do, because I know who I am meant to be, even if I don't have the capacity for it right now because of the state of emergency that we were in. It was really a faith journey for me. And maybe you find yourself in that space. Maybe you find yourself in a space where you're like, I know what I want to be doing, or I know kind of where I want to be going, but my life is kind of in a state of emergency or deep healing right now. I want to encourage you, like, still connect with people who will keep your mind up on that higher plane of I'm meant for more. It will change everything. If you only surround yourself with people who are going to basically meet you where you're at in the oh, woe is me state, there's a space for that. Of course, you need compassionate people in your life. But what if there are compassionate people who are also inspiring you to heal and move forward? That is so important. And in a coach, it's like imperative that they see where you're at and they can connect compassionately with you, but they also will spur you on to become an even better version of yourself. So that's a little side tangent, but I feel like that's really, really important to talk about. So anyway, at that point, Brooke actually became certified as a high performance coach. And so she did high performance coaching, and I signed up for that as well. And it was more of a holistic view of how to be a high performer and like very entrepreneurial focused, but how to maintain your energy, how to create a level of importance for different things, all of those different things. It was so good. So I just continued to coach with her, and I've stayed plugged into her events and her communities, and it's been just a really cool journey. A couple of years ago, then I hired a coach for something completely different, and that was somatic experiencing. I may have mentioned this in a past episode, but basically somatic experiencing is a trauma recovery modality. It's amazing. It involves utilizing your body to heal, because as I've said so many times, trauma gets stored in your body, and so you have to engage your body in order to heal. So I hired a coach. It was not cheap, but it was life-changing, because I could sense in myself that one of my blockages was that I was still holding on to all of these things in my body, and I didn't understand enough how to regulate my nervous system in order to pursue the things that I wanted to pursue, not to mention heal. So I did that. It was a 4-month intensive coaching for somatic experiencing, and it was incredible. Fast forward about a year later, I hired another coach to do another healing modality. Her name is Alejandra Crisafulli. You will have heard her on my podcast as well. And that was like really helping to level up and understanding resistance when you level up, and how to heal and grow through that resistance instead of turn back to your old coping mechanisms or your old behaviors and beliefs. So that was also incredibly impactful for my life. All of these spaces, as I mentioned for the first one, I just felt in my gut I needed to do. It wasn't necessarily the best on paper looking financial decision for me, but they've all been so beneficial in launching me forward into becoming the person that I am today. I would not trade coaching for anything. I am now in a year-long mastermind with my incredible coach, Amberly Lago, and a group of about a dozen other entrepreneurial women. And that's up-leveling me like in a really fast-paced way. It's a big financial and time commitment, but you get what you pay for. I really believe that, especially if you do your homework and you know who you're getting involved with. Like, I knew that Amberly had the resources and the relationships to really help us move ahead, not to mention she just has the best heart, and I would love to always treat people professionally and personally the way that she does. So coaching with her was really like a no-brainer. But again, it's been like a step-by-step process of up-leveling myself through more and more intensive spans? I don't know what I'm trying to say, but time periods of coaching. if that makes sense. So what I would love to tell you about is what I offer as a coach. I feel like I'm a bit unique as a coach because of the experience that I have and because of the trauma-informed modalities that I am aware of. So if you've been following me for any length of time, you know that I am the dream girl. Like, I have always been the person that my friends will come to when they're feeling discouraged about their dreams or if they want to tell me about their dreams. And I have just always been a big dreamer. I wrote my book, The Footsteps of a Dreamer, several years ago. It's just something I'm passionate about. But as I've learned over the past few years, there's a lot that stops us on a nervous system level from really pursuing the things that we want to pursue. Like, have you ever tried to start something new and you find that you are suddenly numb or shut down or depressed or just scrolling on your phone and you can't seem to focus? That is a nervous system regulation issue. And I love to help my clients, first of all, understand their nervous systems and what is going on inside of their nervous systems. And secondly, to create what I like to call an emergency toolkit of processes and regulation tools to help you regulate when you recognize where you're at inside of your nervous system. I also have all of this business coaching under my belt, so I have a lot of best practices for those of you who are wanting to really launch into a dream, but you don't know what steps to take next and how to do that in a way that is trauma-informed and kind to your nervous system. So I help with that, basically help you uncover and unfold your dream in a trauma-informed and nervous system healthy way. Additionally, I pride myself on creating safe spaces for you to share your story. Maybe you're not ready to see an actual therapist yet, but you're looking for someone who will just sit and listen to your story in a very compassionate and safe container. This is something that I'm very skilled at and something I love to offer my clients. It has been an absolute joy to hear my clients' stories and to hold them safely and to help them walk through the process of what's next with that story. For some, it has been simple things like, what are some spiritual practices that I can use to re-engage my faith after what I have been through? For others, it is practical resources for getting some things out of your body somatically that I have learned through my somatic experiencing coaching and other trauma training that I have studied and gone through. So these are two of the ways that I love to coach. And then thirdly, for those of you who are really wanting to actually write down your story, I also do writing coaching to help you find your voice and write your story. So if you relate to any or all of those things, I would love to connect with you. That's why I wanted to do this on the podcast, so more of you can know that this is available for you, that I've created a safe container for you to come with your story, to understand your nervous system, to pursue your dreams, and maybe even to write. And I would love to spend this time with you, helping you just step into the next level of your life. So if that is something that interests you, please go check out gabiruth.com, GABIRUTH.com, and you will see a button that says book a one-on-one coaching call. And in there, you will have a link where we can actually set up a free 15-minute connection call. So for free, we can talk, we can chat, we can see if this is a good fit for you. And if it is a good fit for you, then we can either book a single call or I can do a 5-call bundle where you'll save a little bit of money by booking 5 calls all at once. And I would just have so much excitement and joy to be working with you in that way. I'll also put all of these links and resources in the show notes to make it easy for you guys. But all of this to say is, no matter where you're trying to go with your life, what area you're trying to uplevel, I highly recommend, of course, do your research and make sure people are qualified and they have what you want. But I highly recommend hiring a coach. It offers you the community aspect that you really need for accountability, for a sense of safety. And it offers you the opportunity to really learn from someone who is either a few steps ahead of you or many steps ahead of you in a unique relational way that you can't really get from like a large conference or a book or, like a recorded seminar or something like that. I feel like it's very powerful and it has the potential to really change your life. So I, again, would love to work with you. And I encourage you again that wherever you're going, whatever you're doing, try to find a coach to come alongside you on that journey, because you will find so much more progress on your path if you do that. So thank you, friends. I appreciate you listening to my story, and I hope to be hearing from some of you to connect soon. Again, if you're enjoying this podcast, it would mean the world to me if you would leave a rating and a review. And also subscribe. Press that subscribe button on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or wherever you're listening. It helps so much. I cannot even tell you. So thank you for subscribing, reviewing, and rating. Let's get this healing podcast out to more people. You're amazing. I appreciate you, and I will chat with you next time.